can the United Nations global agenda to achieve gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls by the year 2030 be achieved in Uganda?
What does it mean to achieve gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls in Uganda?
And what can we learn from public opinion research in whether these goals are being achieved?
In 2015, the United Nations unveiled the agenda to achieve gender equality globally and encouraged member states to adopt mechanisms to enhance empowerment of all women and girls.
What do government tracking data show? The 2020 and 2021 government reports on the implementation of the 2030 agenda show that the proportion of women aged 15 years to 49 years who have experienced sexual or emotional violence declined from 56% in 2016 to 35% in 2020. The number of women aged 20 to 24 years who are married or in a marital union before the age of 15 years has reduced by 3% from 10% in 2011 to 7% in 2016.
Female genital mutilation prevalence among girls and women aged 15 to 49 years decreased from 1.4% in 2011 to 0.3% in 2016. The number of female legislators in Uganda's parliament increased from 157 in 2016 to 174 in 2021. But these changes are not enough. More needs to be done. Afrobarometer data show that compared to the year 2017, the proportion of men with access to a mobile phone grew from 77% in 2017 to 80% in 2020, while for women, this proportion grew from 57% in 2017 to 64% in 2020. However, due to COVID-19 and other socio-economic factors, these proportions have since dropped to 77% for men and 63% for women in 2022.
Furthermore, as we look at this Afrobarometer data, the number of men accessing and using the internet increased from 9% in 2017 to 12% in 2022. But internet access and use has remained the same at 6% for women. The proportion of men who make financial decisions without consulting others at home reduced from 48% in 2017 to 39% in 2022, while the proportion for women increased from 28% in 2017 to 34% in 2022.
Compared to neighbors in Kenya and Tanzania, a slightly different trajectory emerges.
In Tanzania, the percentage of men with access to mobile phone increased from 59% in 2012 to 81% in 2022, while the proportion for women increased from 45% in 2012 to 68% in 2022. With regard to internet access, the proportion of Tanzanian men has grown from 1% in 2012 to 13% in 2022 and grown from 0% in 2012 to 8% for women in 2022. The proportion of Tanzanian women making decisions alone changed by 1 percentage point from 27% in 2017 to 28% in 2022. In Kenya, the proportion of men with access to a mobile phone increased from 66% in 2008 to 91% in 2021, while the proportion of women increased from 62% in 2008 to 89% in 2021. The proportion of Kenyan men who access and use the internet grew from 4% in 2008 to 39% in 2021, while the proportion of women has grown from 2% in 2008 to 30% in 2021. With regard to financial decisions, the proportion of Kenyan men who make financial decisions alone dropped from 41% in 2016 to 40% in 2021. Among Kenyan women, the percentage who make financial decisions themselves increased from 31% in 2016 to 33% in 2021.
So what do these results mean for Uganda? Government and other stakeholders need to fast-track all policies and programs meant to enhance gender equality in Uganda at national and local government levels. Government and stakeholders need to ensure that women's participation in leadership and management positions goes far beyond mere presence for more effective representation.
Government, civil society, and other stakeholders need to promote gender equality, awareness, and behavior change, targeting political, cultural, religious, and other social norms that propagate gender inequality.